Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, I'm Everin. This is Non-Binary Night Reads. So today I wanted to do a January book haul because I got myself over 50 books in January, and those are just the ones that I can remember and find at the moment. And I thought it would be cool to share them with you, especially considering most of them are queer in some way or another. So let's get going. Let's start with books that I won. Over on Instagram, Jenna Miller and Edward Underhill was doing a giveaway for signed arcs of their books that just came out. I think they both did. Yeah. And this one just came out. This one comes out on February 14th. And I was so excited to hear that I was one of the two winners because I was so thrilled. I've interviewed Edward Underhill for my blog, and as part of a book tour, I was able to interview Jenna Miller as well. So being able to win signed arcs of both these was amazing. And my arc of Out of Character has also been annotated by me, not by Jenna Miller. I was also one of 5 grand prize winners for Jay Sapphic reading challenge, and that meant that I got to choose 5 paperbacks of my choice. And I was so excited. So I got myself a signed copy of Worthy of Love by Quinn Ivins because I read this book, loved this book, wanted to try my chances for a signed copy. And it also meant I got to replace the copy I did own, and I gave that copy to my friend. I got Match to Love by Joanna Gavis, which was actually a really cool one. Although I will admit, the spine, being upside down like that, drives me a little bit batty every time I look at it. I got This Used to Be Easier by Katya Rose, because I've been very interested in Katya's writing, and I figured, what a time to try it. I got From Fan to Forever by Tiana Warner, and it's a signed copy too, which was very exciting for me. And I also got a signed copy of Whimsical Haven by Tiffany E. Taylor, who also happens to be another author I've interviewed over on my blog. I also had books that I've received from publishers, tour companies, stuff like that, only 4 of them. And my favorite of the group would be Camp Quilt Bag by Nicole Melby and AJ Sass. I have been obsessing over this book since I first heard about it, because I've read one of Nicole Melby's books, loved it. I've read both of AJ Sass's, and I'm like obsessed with them, like full on just feral about them. So being able to receive a physical advance copy of this book was freaking amazing. I got a copy of the new cover of No Good About Goodbye by C.T. Leota. And I now own both covers of this book, and I just interviewed C.T. Leota on my blog as well. That's why I got that book, actually. I got The Queen of Gay Street by Esther Mullica for a tour that I just did. There we go. And for an upcoming tour, I have an advanced copy of Juniper Harvey and the Vanishing Kingdom by Nina Varela. And it's been so good so far, though. Someone on Twitter was also doing pay for shipping for some of the arcs that they were trying to unhaul. So I got 5 of them. I got Rona Comics by Jennifer Duggan. Black Wings Beating by Alex London. Blood Countess by Lana Popovic. Switchback by Danica Stone, partly because I just like the look of that cover. And Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. I also did a couple of trades this month. I traded someone in a book I own for an arc of Count Your Lucky Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur, because I loved Bellafleur's first book, and I read this one and I enjoyed this one too, and I was very excited to get it. I also traded some books for This Is How You Lose the Time War, The Foxhole Court by Nora Sakovic, No Rings Attached by Rachel Lacey, To Trust and to Touch by Vivi Ann Hunt. And this one is because I have an interview shelf, and I had interviewed this author, and I really needed a book to go on that shelf. Same with this one, which is For the Long Run by Cheyenne Blue. Amazing book, by the way. Highly recommend it. I also love to buy used books because they're cheaper, and I have an issue with this. So I got 5 books from Pango Books, from one of the sellers there. I got Game of Strength and Storm by Rachel Menard. Volume 2 of Magical Boy, because I read Volume 1 and was obsessed with it. Sophie and the Bone Song by Adrienne Tooley. The One Who Loves You the Most by Medina. and The Comedian's Guide to Pride by Haley Thompson. I also did a couple of Amazon purchases because I had some credit there. So I got myself a copy of The Best Boy Ever Made by Rachel Ellison, which was actually a book I have read many times before, but I've not read for a few years. So I bought myself a physical copy in hopes of figuring out whether or not it still works for me. I also bought myself a copy of New Cuts, Old Wounds, which is another book that I used to like obsess over, this and the first book in the series. So I'm hopeful these ones still live up to the hype that's in my head. As Far as It Takes by Natalie Deborah Bandiri. And I also got a copy of Savage Legion by Matt Wallace. And this was actually through an Etsy seller who was selling annotated book kits with the book included. And I loved it. I am so excited about it. I also go to Goodwill's a lot, and I even do Goodwill days for their dollar days, because that's a great way to find books and get them for cheap, hopefully. So I did one in January, and I got Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. I think it's the second book in the series. Mermicorn Island by Jason June. This one's the first of the Mermicorn Island books, I believe. Copy of Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers, which I loved and just didn't own. Lied to Me by Caitlin Ward. And Girls Made of Snow and Glass by Melissa. The libraries where I live also have bookstores in all of them where they sell used books and discarded books. And I actually had quite a bit of luck this month. Well, my friend had a lot of luck. I had some luck. I got my copy of This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab when I went to one. And I even did a day with my friend where we hit up two of the big library bookstores because of the fact that they were doing 50% off. And I got myself a copy of A Work in Progress by Connor Franta. Slow River by Nicola Griffith. Jocks 2 by Dan Woog. And then I found, probably my favorite find of that day was Death Prefers Blondes by Caleb Rurig, because it's also an advanced copy, if you can see. And I was so excited to see that there. The one we went to had a lot of advanced copies, but they didn't all interest me, so. And my friend actually went to a library without me. How dare she? And she ended up bringing me 10 gay mangas that she had found. And I am very appreciative of it. Because she got me Descendants of Darkness, Idol, Golden Cane, Fake, Surge, Treasure, Saihoshi the Guardian, Volume 2, Love Circles, Desire of the Gods, and The Lily and the Rose. So that was my January book haul, about 50 books all in total, and that doesn't include ones that I just couldn't find. And it was an absolutely great time. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time.